Cuties, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Trika of CHIT. I'm the owner of the Cuteness Boutique, where you can find all the cuteness for your stationery needs. This is where the planning and the cuteness collide. We are here to plan this thing called life one day at a time, sprinkling in planning, lifestyle, inspiration, encouragement, and so much more. So if you haven't already joined the family that we call #CutenessSquad, go ahead, take a moment, hit the red subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever we go live, whenever I upload a video, or whenever I do a premiere. Give your girl a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. You know I love hearing from you guys. Okay, cuties, so we are here for week 3 of our Soulful Sunday. We are here for Hebrews 12:1 and the Soul Work with Psalms 121:1. We are still focusing forward, getting our focus together. So last week was amazing. I used some distressed ink from Tim Holtz. I added in a kit from Vin Von Alley. And remember, at Vin Von Alley, you can use TRICKAPLANS 20, TRICKA 20, to save yourself some coins over there on the cuteness that she has to offer. And as you guys know, that is my faith dealer. So I think that everything turned out really cute. So this week I'm gonna stick with the dot grid portion of my Warbinder, and we're getting this baby chunky. Yes, so let's go ahead and dive in. I do have here just some neutral florals and the Functionally Chic book by Live Love Posh, and this one is by CLUTTER. And I also have here Callie from the Cuteness Boutique. She looked like she is on her way to church or somewhere. And I'm going to pull in some distress inks again. I am kind of getting my groove back with that. And I pulled out these two colors because you know I love some pink. So we're going to do like a neutral palette. And then we're going to toss in some pink background. So if you are here for it, let's go ahead and get started on our week 3 Soulful Sunday. Okay, diving right on in, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle the pages with these Tim Holtz distressed inks. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some washi. And of course, you know I'm going to add the cuteness. I'm going to add those dolls from the Cuteness Boutique. And remember, you can check out the Cuteness Boutique at www.cutenessboutique.com. So that way you can have some of this cuteness for your journaling and planner needs. And so we are going to go ahead and dive into Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. We're going to go ahead and also do the Soul Work, which was Psalms 121:1, a song of ascents. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? So Psalms 121 is another one of my verses that my grandmother always used to read to me, and it is one that I'm quite fond of. So again, for week 3, we are diving into Hebrews 12:1, and the Soul Work is Psalms 121:1. And like I said, this is another one of the Bible scriptures that I also enjoy and love. And then week 4, we are going to be diving into Nehemiah 4, verses 4 and 5. And the Soul Work is still Nehemiah 4. And week 5 is Nehemiah 4, verses 10 through 12. And the Soul Work is Nehemiah 4. So make sure you are looking in the description bar below. That will give you the entire reading plan in case you want to follow along with what I am doing. And I'm going to try to post June's reading plan as well, so that way you can follow along. And I'm also make sure you are looking out for the community tab, because I'm going to start posting there as well. So let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. Let's discuss it. So basically, summing up everything, we have to have focus and boundaries. Focus and boundaries are critical to just about everything that you do. I can remember in elementary school, maybe elementary, middle school, somewhere in there, sometimes during recess or gym, we will play this game called Four Squares or some type of squares. If you know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment down below. The object of the game was to eliminate the players in the higher squares so that they could advance to the highest square and win. The game itself could not be played without boundaries, because within those boundaries is the ability to advance within the four positions of the jack, the queen, the king, and the ace. And looking back on what the game really taught me, it was how to stay focused and remain aware of my boundaries, because like I said, the instructions of the game was quite clear. Focus and boundaries were critical to this game because the ball had to first bounce within the square, and the square was called the boundary. And before you could send it to another player. So if you did not allow the ball to bounce in its boundary first, you were out of the game and you did not send the ball out of your square into another player's square directly after the first bounce. You were out of the game. So you see how staying focused and knowing boundaries were so critical to the success and advancement, not only to this game, but in life. Much things like this game, focus and boundaries go hand in hand with advancing in our assignments, in our life, in our careers. We cannot expect to go from one level of an assignment to the next without creating boundaries around the things that hinder us from moving forward. One of the principles that I try to live by authentically, and since focus and boundaries go hand in hand, I cannot share with you my own struggle with focus without sharing where I've had to recognize or establish boundaries. I've struggled with it for some time. I've struggled with it with family members, friends, and the corporate of them all, social media. If I can be totally honest, I actually just, sometimes would get a pain, or my fingers would hurt just from scrolling so much on social media, which I refuse to even think about going to the doctor for, because all I simply had to do was stop scrolling on my phone, on my iPad, on my computer. So now I'm not that present on social media, and it's kind of hard to get back, even with business aspects of it, because I don't want to fall down the rabbit hole and get back into my old habits. Social media has been able to draw me in and take me in, like I said, down the rabbit hole of nothingness hour after hour. And my main thing now is TikTok. TikTok is so funny, and you can start out with it, and then before you know it, hours pass by. So yes, I would instantly get convicted because of all the things that I could have been doing besides sitting on these social media websites. So I've tried detoxing. I've tried some of everything, and it works. You just have to definitely get a strategy behind it. You can take the apps off your phone, changing the password, and having to be accountable through it all. And although all of these things seem to work for a period of time, none of them work permanently. What has worked best for me is setting up boundaries. So I read an article that said if you removed an app from your phone and you had to download it again each time you wanted to get back on it, the lack of immediate accessibility would slow you down in going to the app. So that does work, because once I delete the app, I don't feel like going through all of that. I did try that strategy, and it worked wonders. It allowed me to still have access to the app, but it was controlled. I had placed a boundary around when and how I would get on social media, which helped me stay more focused on what was most important. So now I just use the apps that I need to use, and majority of my apps that I use now is basically for business. I try not to just get sucked down a rabbit hole of going through the motion of all of the other social medias. So for some, focus will come when you completely eliminate the disruption or the distraction. And for others, it will come with setting boundaries. You have to decide which one will create the most impact for you so that you can be focused. And remember, this whole month is all about focusing, moving forward, setting boundaries, so much more. Last week we touched on focus is a matter of thought. So we have to change the way we think as well, because we don't want to get stuck in our thoughts. So with all of this, we just have to kind of maintain these boundaries, think about, focus on our thoughts, and try not to shift our focus so much on the things that are not so important. So make sure you are prioritizing stuff. Make sure that you are setting boundaries with your focus. Make sure that you are thinking of this game that was played back in the day. And I know we all have a game that we can honestly think of. So focus and boundaries are critical, and they go hand in hand. Just like our thoughts can be shifted so easily. So staying focused is done through prayer and accountability, as we touched on last week. And this week, we are focusing on setting boundaries. And remember, boundaries and focus go hand in hand. So that is what I have for you guys this week on our week 3 of our Soulful Sunday. Remember, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, take a moment to look around, see if you enjoyed the content, see if you like something, or if you are inspired to something on this channel, or inspired by something on this channel. So take a moment, hit that red subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. Also, give your girl a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever played a game similar to this, or let me know how you feel about the focus and the boundaries going hand in hand. This is week 3 of our Soulful Sunday. And remember, the dolls are from the Cuteness Boutique. Check out Cuteness Boutique, www.cutenessboutique.com. The link is also in my banner, and it's also in the description bar below. Just click on the links and it will take you directly to the shop. Thank you so much again for joining me in Soulful Sunday. I will see you in my next one. Toodles.